Oh my gosh, it is freezing out here in Dallas area. I had to put my jacket on, and it feels just as cold down here as it was in Michigan just 2 days ago when I was picking this thing up. But anyways, I just filled up the GT500, and I believe I'm around 30 miles away from this Mustang shop. I'm super excited about this. I really am. This entire thing is just going to be so interesting. I have to finally find out just how much horsepower we're really looking at with this new GT500. I went from right around here, and then 1.5 days later, here we are, right here next to Dallas, Texas. That's awesome right there, Mustang Creek. This is where the Mustang shop is, where we're gonna be doing the dyno test for the 2020 GT500. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see some good numbers for this car because driving it and doing pulls, it feels like it has more than 760 horsepower, at least from the driver's perspective. Okay guys, so here we are at Precision Mustang Performance. As you can tell, they've got tons of Mustangs all around us right now. This right here, Mach 1. I'm such a fan of this body style right here. It's like a dream car of mine. I definitely do want to get a classic Mustang at some point in my life. But behind it, you can see just how different the classic Mustangs are versus like the new 2020 GT500. It's just shocking to me. It really is. And over here we have Noah, the owner of Precision Mustang Performance. How you doing, man?
Good.
Good to meet you finally. I got to say, it's awesome seeing all these things all around us. Even this right here. What's the story of this thing right here?
It's been a restoration for a while. Been to many shops and they all kind of give him the runaround on it, so we're trying to finish it up for him.
You said you have a dyno jet inside? Well, I'll give you the key. DCT, so it should be pretty interesting. The first ever DCT Mustang. So right there you have the electronic parking brake. If you just press that down, okay, yeah, and then you should be good to go. Interestingly, guys, we need the car to stay in neutral, but as you can tell, it has the rotary dial gear selector, and when you put it in neutral and you turn it off, it goes back into park. So a way around that is that when it's on, it asks you to hit the M button, the manual button, and it'll stay in neutral even if you turn it back off. Putting it into neutral, then it should say select M to confirm, and here we go. If I get out, it should stay in neutral. Push pins is pushing right here. And in the middle, there's a latch. That should lift automatically. Is this your first time with a GT500? A new one? 2020?
On this one, yeah, it's the first one I've seen. I think the gear selector is definitely something to get used to. And it does have it seems like it's got a certain amount of slip before it starts to move.
Yeah, yep. Honestly, I think it's probably got more in it. So we're gonna try again, and hopefully it produces more horsepower. This thing sounds so good. I am just so shocked when it comes to how loud this thing is. Right behind it, my ears felt like they were gonna burst. What kind of numbers did we get with it?
It makes 705.
705?
Yep, 705
Wow.
on standard.
That's pretty good, right? For 7.6 to the crank.
Well, yep.
If the DCT does have lower drivetrain loss, then it would make sense. Or it could be underrated, right? If it did use a 15% drivetrain loss, that's like over 800, right?
Yeah, there's a very good possibility that it's underrated. For many reasons, I suppose, but on the average 15% loss, would be 114. So it'd make 646.
Oh, yeah, that's
so
a huge difference.
Yeah, even on SAE, it's a big difference. They would probably recommend it being calculated on the SAE. So even still, you're still 40 horsepower over
That's
on the
pretty
average
impressive,
of 15.
though. And I'm guessing this being stock, you're probably gonna have a ton of room for upgrades, like aftermarket rides, maybe boost horsepower quite a lot.
There's definitely room for upgrade, even just with a tune. You can see it going actually rich here
Really?
through the run. Yeah. Here is a little bit rich. It's 11.1, and then right here it starts to take a dive into the 10.0s. So there's room for improvement.
That'd be pretty interesting, guys. But what do you think this thing could do on like race gas, for example? Maybe crank up the boost. And also, it does make sense because, as you guys know, during the GT500 first drive I went to, some of the guys were running 10.7s in the quarter mile, and that's over at Las Vegas. So the elevation was pretty high, and to run 10.7s in a car like this, having that much horsepower, it makes sense, I think, at least. What was the second highest number of the day?
It was 690. I may have let off a little bit early.
Okay.
But you can still see here it's a little bit shy on the horsepower range throughout the whole run, but it's 690 was the second highest, and then 705, and this is on standard still.
Anyways, guys, that's going to wrap up this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Also, huge thanks to Noah right here for actually coming in on a Sunday to help us dyno this thing. This is the first ever, I think, public dyno of a GT500 because it just came out, right? Customers are just buying them, and Ford has really not given us any information about how much wheel horsepower they're making. But as you guys saw, the highest number was, what was it, 705? 705. That's incredible thinking about it. So that means it could either have a very low drivetrain loss, or it just could be underrated. It could make over 800 plus horsepower. I think 820 would be the right amount with 50% drivetrain loss. This thing is so much fun. So thank you again, Noah.
Sure.
I really appreciate it. And also, if you guys want to bring your Mustang out here to get any modification that you can imagine, these guys can definitely hook you up.